So how is it, man? How's Colombia?
It's good, man. It's beautiful waking up to this sunrise, man, over these lush green, mountains in the background, lush green trees and foliage. It's really awesome. And then of course it's nice
Coffee.
fresh Colombian coffee. So yeah, I'm good, man. I just turned 53, so
Oh, happy
yeah, I
birthday.
can't.
When
Yeah,
was that?
yeah. Yesterday,
He
yesterday.
has to
Yes,
think about his own birthday. I don't know my birthday
yeah,
yet.
it was yesterday. Yesterday was the
Oh,
fourth.
I didn't
No, it
know
was two
that.
days
Happy
ago.
birthday, dude.
It was on the fourth. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love it, man. How's it going there
Well,
in
I'm
England?
well. I didn't work much over the weekend, and today's still a bank holiday here in the UK, so I've got some other things to get done. But I just wanted to say, if you're watching this, guys, if you're on Eric's email list, read his latest email talking about how far $2,000 can go where he's living. It's a great email. The laptop lifestyle and everything, because Eric's hardly skipped a beat. From moving to America to getting to Colombia, I was expecting him to kind of go dark, because I would, right? But no, he's like sat there, aren't you? And I guess you're still kind of doing what we do and not not
Yeah,
missed
I
a
mean, I
beat.
mean that's the beautiful thing about working online, right? It's setting up shop takes about 1.3 seconds. You know, if they've got
Exactly.
Wi-Fi, it's just click it, boom, Wi-Fi, and here we are. We're ready to grow and build and do our thing. So, and Wi-Fi here is fantastic. So, yeah, I'm having a blast, man.
Right. So this video, guys, I have minor things to do with what we're going to walk you through now. I might even get a sheet of paper, dude, and
Yeah,
draw something. I don't know. Okay. So we've been
circles.
busy.
Are
Sorry, circles. Yes.
you going to start drawing the
Eric, this
circles?
is you.
If you sponsor Joe and
Yeah.
Jim and Sally,
Sponsor Larry,
anyway,
Curly,
yeah.
and Mo.
We can't do that with these because it's a single. These are single title
Yeah, yeah.
affiliate programs,
There's
so
none of
we
that here,
can't draw
guys.
that. This.
So, so what we decided earlier in the year we were going to focus on one thing, and that was HBA, Home Business Academy. Why? 80% commissions, recurring income. We're just going for it, right? That was fortuitous because then they came out with their turnkey system, and I haven't got the latest figure, but I know they grew like 30% in like a couple of months. So they did that. They brought in a turnkey system. They brought in some more AI tools, and they always give that company. So we kind of had that as our recurring base, and we were like ready to go, like all in, all in, all in. And then Exodus Elite came back. Right now, me and Eric often have these discussions. You'll have seen videos before, so we won't linger on it. But I love getting up in the morning knowing my recurring income is coming in. Eric loves getting a $1,000, $2,000 sale. So Exodus came back, and it's a one-time license fee now to use their software and all their products that have resale rights. And because that went to one time and they updated stuff, we took a look and it was fantastic. So we started really promoting Exodus again, and now we don't have to argue because we get the recurring with HBA and we get the big ticket. So a load of people joined us, and then we're using predominantly shorts, right? And a lot of people don't like being on camera, so we're saying, okay, well, you can do it with AI now, and we're showing that. We've got Sora 2, we've got Grok. The problem is, though, a lot of people weren't making enough shorts. Some people, or not, certainly not enough to get traction. And the ones that were, it's still really frustrating for us when you see people doing the right things, but it's not generating leads for them. And at the end of the day, the only reason why you blog, send out emails, why you do video shorts and make videos like this is really you want leads at the end of it. So when Exeter's came back, the owner told us the lead source that converts into sales, right, for Exitus. And we're like, well, hang on a minute. We've got all these people that are kind of struggling for one reason or another. And we've got a lead source that the owner can sort of show you make sales in Exitus at $500,000, $2,000 levels. Let's see what we can do to put it all together. So after much kind of masterminding and backwards and forwards, we're about there now with our perfect system. And then Eric's been working on TikTok as well, which zero was it 0 to 1,000 followers in 30 days?
0 to 1,000, but even more importantly, just training the algorithm is the big thing. So
Yeah.
that's the goal. But even if there's, you know, the great thing about this and the system that I'm sure this 30-day challenge I'm going through from this guy is it's really about training that algorithm. So if TikTok only sends out, gives you 400 views that day, the goal is to have those 400 go in front of, your perfect avatar, your perfect target audience, people that would resonate with your offer. So yeah, I'm learning a lot. We'll talk about that in a minute. I think we want to go over first, though, basically the way we're following up with these leads, which I think is pretty ingenious what you put together. And of course, this is going to be available, to everybody who works directly with us. But I think it's going to be a much stronger way to interact with these leads. So one of our lead sources, guys, we help people generate to 5, 10 to 15 leads a day. And these leads are people who've raised their hands and said, hey, I'm interested in making money from home. I'm interested, so and the lead only goes out to two people, right? So I say exclusive lead, but they do go out to you and one other person. So, but what we do is we even show our partners. Paul put together a script that you can use right inside of Gmail that will, so you don't have to, when the email comes in, to your inbox with their name, phone number, and email, then it will automatically, shoot out a message for them and get them started. And if you go through what we're going to teach you, as we're going to be teaching our partners, and you use this strategy with those leads, we think it's going to work we think it's going to work really, really well. So hopefully I filled enough time for you, Paul, so you can show everybody
You
what you put
knew what I was
together.
doing. Right. So I was going to do it bit by bit, but let's just do it. Right. So think about this, right? Let's suppose you love steak and you really, really like nice big juicy thick steaks. So you go online and you see an advert for like fresh cut steaks delivered to your door. So you fill a form in, and when you get the information back, it's not talking about steak, it's talking about chicken and sausage and ham and you know beef and beef burgers and stuff like that. But you filled it in because you wanted steak. It's related, but it's not the same. It creates a disconnect. So what a lot of people do with these leads have all answered an ad to say, I'm interested in working from home, basically, right? Or a side hustle. There's a lot of different ads, right? So we don't know them all, but they're all kind of that work from home, make money from home, side hustle from home, that kind of deal. So what normally happens is people buy these leads and they might be in a vitamin business or some health wellness product or whatever. And that's what they're sending to these leads. Well, if I've just filled a form in about working from home and you're sending me stuff about vitamins and what a great product it is and stuff, although, yeah, it's related because I probably could make money selling them, there's a bit of a disconnect. So what I've done, I'll share my screen. I've been thinking hard about this and going backwards and forwards with AI and Eric. And if you go to masterplanaffiliates.com/5 ways, right? Masterplanaffiliates.com/5 ways. I created this book, 5 ways to earn remotely. Why earn remotely? Because if you put in an email in an autoresponder, 5 ways to work from home, sometimes the spam filters will pick that up and say, oh, you got work from home in there? Probably, that's a dodgier email. Let's not do it. If you put earn remotely, it passes. And we've got HBA to thank for that, right? So I called it that. And then in the graphic, I can put your guide to working from home using pre-built systems, right? Now, I was chatting to somebody the other day and they came up with a really, really good point, right? It's like, oh yeah, some of these people they're looking for jobs. And I thought, yeah, do you know what? Years ago, I used to get some leads for something. It wasn't anything online, but there was this source of leads, and you would ring them up, and they would be, oh, if I have to pay, I don't want it. I'm looking for a job, right? A lot of them were looking for a job, right? So, in this book, I'll go through it in a sec, but if you want the leads, even if you don't want to use what we're doing, get HBA and or Exitus, right? You can go and grab yourself 30 leads absolutely for free. Masterplanaffiliates.com/5 ways. You can get the book, you can get some free leads, or you can get 60 leads as a bonus if you join. The beautiful thing about this system, by the way, is this is designed to work with these leads. So as soon as these leads come in, they know it works because that's how they came to us. So I love that. This is a classic catch-22, right? They know it works. They can't deny it. So in the book, when I'm talking about jobs, the first thing I talk about is the job market right now and how, you know, recruiters describe decent roles receiving 150 to 300 applications in 24 hours, with some jobs attracting 300 to 500 within 3 days and some crossing 1,000 applications over a weekend. So you sat at home, you're filling in a work from home thing because you want a job. So what's going to appeal to you more, sending information about a health and wellness thing or 5 ways to earn remotely, right? Then I'm going with them. I'm meeting them where they are. They might be looking for a job, right? But I'm telling them how hard it is, one, to get one, Now, two, how much does it actually pay? So then we start going down. If you do work from home, even if you find one, who makes most of the profit? Psychology, nobody wants to think that somebody's doing better than them, right? So I'm pointing that out. Who do you think? If Eric works really hard for me, am I going to pay him all the profit that his work generates? No, I'm keeping it. Eric's an expense. I want to pay him as little as possible, right? So we do that, and then we say, well, the next level up would be freelance or turnkey systems, and do something freelancing if you got the skills. But let's be honest, who's got skills they can turn into doing something, right? So we talk about skills, then we talk about content and creating content. Now, have you noticed how short this is? So it's an easy read as well. It's not like people are going to have to wade through a big report, right? Work really hard on this. So then it's like, well, creating content is a way to do it. But I've tried to do it. It's really hard. Eric's tried to do it. It's really hard, right? Unless you just seem to hit. And apparently YouTube now is stopping monetization on AI slop, on some AI stuff. So it's getting harder because the algorithms don't want just you to put a load of AI in. So, because a monkey can do it now. So then we start moving into, well, if you're doing that anyway, what about doing it to something that pays? And then we talk about the growth of side hustles over the last few years and projected. And then we talk about the Home Business Academy can serve all of these customers, no matter what side hustle they or you operate. There's a massive opportunity. And then we get into like why you might want to sell the tools, what that could mean to you if you refer a few in HBA. Like 2 customers is a nice dinner out, 5 customers is an annual vacation, 9 customers pays your groceries for a month, yada, yada, yada. Then they can go and check it out. And then we got explaining then, like if you're more serious, we talk about franchises, online franchise operation, which is our Exitus Elite. So now we've got something that people we kind of say, yeah, you might want to get a job, but let's be real. And what it makes a good point in here, by the way. Whilst you're looking for a job, if that's what you want, why not investigate a side hustle? Why, while you're looking, why not build something up? And you can start HBA for $35, guys. So it's not like we're asking them, for the, for a fortune. And it's all about trying to get them to see that they could be their own boss, right? Rather than work for a boss. And then I love this example because it's a real one. It's me, local hotel. You work 120 hours a week and you earn a little bit less than making one $2,000 sale with Exitus. So it makes the point about the franchise. There's a bit of proof there. And then they can go and see Exitus. There's a comparison chart, bringing it all together, what to do, blah, 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 blah. They've got the links and then we've got a disclaimer because that's really important. So that is now what you've got. And if you want to get a copy of that, guys, masterplanaffiliates.com/5 ways. So I'll show you this real quick. We have the emails already done for you, right? With the graphic, and there's a PS at the everyone to get the book if they haven't got it yet. So now let's talk about our system flow, and then I'll hand it over to Eric to talk about TikTok. So you can do TikTok, you can do Facebook, you can do Instagram, you can do Pinterest, you can do YouTube videos. I've got a couple of leads over the weekend. Got another one, Eric, you didn't know. Got a couple of leads over the weekend from YouTube for Exitus from my videos. So we're starting to back into that now. So we get our leads, 5 leads a day. Me and Eric just go to sleep, relax. 5 leads will come into my inbox today. No question. Well, assuming the company's still running, but they've been going for years. I've nearly threw the laptop out the window the other day, but you don't need a clever piece of software. You can use what's called a Google script, and I didn't know these existed. So if you use Gmail to get your 5 leads a day, the leads details get emailed to you. If you use Gmail, we can send out a reply straight away to that lead. The script pulls out the lead's email, and then we can send a message. And I need to tweak that message ready for tomorrow to share this with our team. All right. So we can send a personal message, right, from a personal account. I mean, so the deliverability should be freaking awesome. And then it automatically goes into our HBA autoresponder as well, something called a webhook. And that's the emails that I just showed you. They all relate to that 5 ways ebook, and each email kind of covers a different topic, right? And explains why you might want to do something, and it's got the links in there. So now they come in within 1 minute. It scans my inbox every minute. So within 1 minute of that lead coming to me, and that's within 1 hour of them filling in the form. In fact, Paul Stevenson, the owner of Exitus, said quite often it's 15 minutes. So in effect, 15 minutes later, they're getting me, 16 minutes later, sorry, they're getting a message from me and Eric, a personal email explaining what's going to happen and the follow up, and they get the book. And then, okay, that all ties in with the Five Ways book. Now, what we recommend then is sending an SMS message, and we've got a solution coming for that in April. The problem for me being in the UK is I can get three, four, five leads while I'm asleep because of the time zone difference, and those leads were just being left. Now, not only are they not being left and they're getting an instant reply, they're also getting followed up as well automatically, and that's what we'll be setting up for our team. So, is that enough? I
I
think
know.
that's something we can do,
Well,
isn't it?
and the thing is, Paul, is so, what most people are doing with these leads, guys, because let's say you're just getting five in a day, it's that's manageable, right? You're not getting, it's five leads if on the basic plan. So, what most people are doing, there's the lead will come in again, name, email, and phone number, right? So you get that lead. Most people are, again, oh, let me shoot them a personal email, let me send them information. But what are people scared, man? Sometimes they're like, well, what do I say? Am I saying the right thing? What if they email back and ask this question or that question? What do I do? Yada, yada, yada. Number one. Number two, Paul pointed out, maybe you are in the States and these are US leads, but you're like one of our business partners, our all in partners, Julie, who works literally, 15 hours a day as a nurse. Well, you know, um, she may not be able to get back to that lead till the next day, right? And you want to be able to get back to these leads ASAP as soon as they come into the inbox. That's not always a reality, depending on your schedule, your work. You can't be in a meeting with all the owners at the company and a lead comes in and you're like, "Excuse me, guys, I've got my I've got my lead that just
Julia,
came in
nurse
on
with
my
the
side
patient. Yeah, hang
on
on.
my right on my side hustle." So what do? We figure out ways to make things easier for people. That's, when you work with me and Paul, that's that we're always thinking we're actually figuring out ways to make it easier on ourselves, but obviously we pass that on to you guys. So don't feel like you're super special. You're special, but we're figuring this stuff out for ourselves and we pass it along to everybody. So now Paul's figured out a way, obviously, to automate it. Um, will help you with setting all that up as well. It's not super complicated, right? It would be for me if I tried to figure out how to do it, but to set it up and install it, I can copy and paste, so I'm good. But we've also figured out a way to connect with these leads that is going to be different than how anybody else is connecting with that lead, right? Because we sort of know their mindset coming in, we're playing to that mindset, and then we're building trust and with them through this strategy, and you'll be able to use all of that. Now, with that said, if you don't want to do anything else but use this strategy, that's what you've got leads coming in every single day. You've got, if you join one or both of our businesses, 10 and 11-year-old business, you've got a stable business. They're both turnkey. They're going to follow up, do everything for you. So if you never wanted to do TikTok or you never wanted to do Facebook or YouTube or any of those things, you don't have to. But because Paul and I do that, right? We're gonna try, as long as we can manage it, right? We're gonna try to have as many lanes coming in as possible, bringing us leads, right? But you can literally get involved with us and we'll show you how to not do anything at all with social media, never put your face on camera if you don't want to, and get leads coming in every single day. And you'll be ahead of 90% of 95% of the marketers that are out there right now who are scrambling and trying to figure out a way to get a lead, right? So you'll be ahead of them. Now, with that said, the big thing Paul and I are focusing on this year too is we're trying to build new audiences. And so Paul's been killing it with YouTube and really learning that platform. And I really wanted to go, okay, because I've played on TikTok. I've built TikTok channels up to, their niche channels up to, 15, 20,000, have wanted about 25,000 followers. The problem is it wasn't sort of in the home-based business niche or things that we were doing, right? There were more niche channels. So I really wanted to figure out, how can I start building a TikTok channel that would actually help us build an audience or get us in front of the right people for our programs, and I specifically have one that I'm working on now that is for Exodus, right? So I found a guy, I follow him on YouTube, and he's done a lot of great things with TikTok. And he was asked the question, if you had to start over from scratch for 30 days, right? And you sell an affiliate product, one thing, what would you do? And it was really interesting going through that video and learning, because I thought, okay, that makes sense. It's much easier than you think, right? But it takes a little bit of effort. So what he says is, in a nutshell, guys. And here's the thing: I've created a master prompt. So anyone that works with us, we're gonna roll this out this month, probably maybe even talk about it tomorrow on our above average call that we do every week. But so it's going to help people put together an entire 30-day plan just from the one prompt, right? But essentially, what he says is this: he goes, look, you need a highly niche channel. So let's say I want to promote Exodus Elite, right? It's a mid-ticket program up to $2,000. So people come in at 500, 1,000, or 2,000, and we get paid 100% commission. So that's the program I want. So my name is pretty generic, digital franchise system, right? So it's a digital franchise system, right? So what he says is, he goes, okay, for 30 days, right? He says it takes about 14 days to train the algorithm. And there's two things you need to be doing, right? Number one is your messaging, right? You need to know exactly who you're messaging. You need to know that avatar. So my avatar is over 40, right? Over 40 years old, is either Gen X, baby boomer, not tech savvy, and struggles with like social media and lead generation, right? Those sorts of things. Those are my main pillars, right? That type of individual, right? But looking to make money from home. So I have a unified message. So the videos that I'm putting up, they're under 60 seconds, but they're almost exactly the same, right? It's like, because what he said was, the problem is when you're niche down like that, you confuse the algorithm when one day you're talking about this and the next day you're talking about something completely not even related to that. It can't figure out what your channel is about. So it actually makes it easier, Paul, because I literally just tweak maybe a line or two in what I'm saying. So, and it's funny because now I've done like 8, 9 videos. Now my videos are getting even better and better because I'm saying this a similar thing. I'm just adding in something new, maybe a change of the hook. The first sentence that goes out is the hook, but everything else just sort of remains the same in my verbiage. So, and then I don't shoot it on my phone, the video, and then upload it. I just use the camera right inside of TikTok, so it makes it even easier. I can literally just sit here and boom, blah, 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 boom, blah, 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 and I just put them in draft. So I did 5 this morning in about 10 minutes because they're less than 60 seconds. I put them all in draft, and then I just roll them out throughout the day. I put 2 out in the morning, one at lunch, and 2 at night. Okay, it's that easy. It literally took 10 minutes, right? And it's the same sort of script. Now, that's the first thing you do. The second thing is he says, don't go crazy, but about every single day, you just want to go and add about 10 or 15 users who fit your target audience. So what I did was I went and I searched like, over 50 men make money from home, and stuff like that. Over 40 make money for single moms make money from home. So these are people who would be interested in this. And so I take about 10 minutes. I did it all this morning. I go and I follow about 10 or 15 of them. That's it. And then I'll go like some of their videos, make a few comments, and that's all the engagement I'm doing. He goes, you don't have to go overboard. Don't go do 100, just do 10 or 15 a day. And so what ends up happening, guys, is after about 14 days, I'm only a few days in, you've trained the algorithm. Okay. Now, what he says is this: you can branch out from there and get a little bit more. After 30 days, you can start telling your story, doing a little bit more, because at that point, but you sort of keep it in track. You're not going off base, but you can sort of go off base after 30 days. He said, but now you've got a channel that is designed for that. So he goes, look, if you get 1 or 2 viral videos that go out here and there, awesome. But if you're only getting 500 views, maybe 1,000 views, those views are going to be 100 times better than just random. And the other thing he said in the beginning when you set it up, he goes, TikTok will automatically, you have to shut it off. Try to put your videos in front of your friends, your contacts, and all these people. And he goes, if your friends, contacts, and all these people don't care, right, they're not going to engage on your stuff. So it does you no good. When you turn those things off, it forces TikTok to now put you in front of a fresh eyeballs that have no clue who you are. And that's what Paul and I are trying to do right now, is we're trying to get in front of people that have no clue who we are and build that audience of new people. So I think it's very valuable, Paul. And the reason I wanted to, we'll share it with our business partners is because it's something I know it's simple that people can do. It's not overly complicated. Yes, you're going to have to put your face on camera. I'm going to suggest that. If you don't want to do that, we'll show you how to do other ways with AI, use Facebook and all that. And I suppose you could do it with AI in this manner, but I'm going to suggest to everyone it's a quick video. Boom, boom, boom. You knock your videos out. I mean, literally, Bob, I'm being honest with everything. 5 videos a day, going engaging on everyone's stuff a day. Once you
Like you
get
say,
kind
you're
of in
saying
a
the same
rhythm,
sort of things again and again
it's
and
20
again.
minutes, Paul. It's 20 minutes a day. It's 20 minutes a day. You know what I mean? To build a new audience over 30 days. I mean, and technically I could have with as quickly as it is, I could have 5 channels, knock out 10 minutes, boom. In an hour, I could literally have video content for 5 different channels with 5 different niches. So we could be promoting HBA, Exodus. Maybe we have another affiliate tool we want to boom, boom. I could literally
But
have multiple channels to do
we've
this.
already got like a lead capture page and an email sequence ready for $35 side hustle aimed for TikTok. So that's going to be the
Right.
next rollout. But you see what would I get frustrated sometimes because in theory I would love to just sit here and make contacts all day on Facebook, but you need the infrastructure behind it. And if it takes me this long to get it done, and I'm full time, and I talk to Eric a lot, we mastermind a lot, we talk to AI a lot, we're always learning stuff. A lot of top earners, guys, coming back to what Eric just said about he's saying the same things. Was it Frank Kern, I think, said you only need like 12 to 15 basic ideas, and you just keep saying them again
Right.
and again and again and again because if Exodus is great because it's 100% commissions, well, that's you can't just do one video about that, can you? And then assume everybody knows. It's great every day that it pays 100% commissions. HBA helps anybody promote any business they're in, network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever business. It doesn't really matter. I've just been learning about Etsy stores. I'm going to help Lorraine set up an Etsy store later. And even with that, it's like, well, if you can promote it outside of Etsy, you're worried about you bringing in people from outside Etsy. So it's like, well, I need to learn to promote. Where do I do that? Oh, luckily I've got a HBA account. Want to make a page for this? Oh, we've got an HBA account. Talking to somebody who wants to, I spoke to somebody the other day, he wants to make $15,000 a month. Exodus. We've got everything in place, guys, infrastructure, systems, and I'll say again, I said this on another video. Me and Eric adapt to our team, right? If we're saying shorts are great, go and put shorts out. But people, for whatever reason, aren't getting it done, or they're not having, people get a bit disappointed if they get some shorts out, but they don't get results. Well, now look, 5 leads a day. Yeah, does it cost? Yes, it does, but it has an affiliate program. 3 referrals, yours are free. So and it's paid per referral. So you get one, you cut your cost down. Get two, you covered most of your costs. Get three, you covered your costs completely. You got 3 leads rolling in every day. Time to scale. Okay. And these leads, by the way, the reason why I've worked so hard with this script and didn't give up, the owner of Exodus said that these leads produced not one but two $2,000 sales on a Saturday. And he said they didn't speak to anybody. Right. So I know that they're going into an autoresponder sequence. So that's why I've worked so hard to do it. So it's all good. It's all good. And guess how much we're going to charge for it, Eric, for our team?
Well, I mean, you know me, I think we should charge, but I'm always the bad cop and the good cop. But you seem to want to give this stuff away for free. So
The owner of one of the companies, I won't say which one, the owner of one of the companies, he said, "Oh, I've been working out this great way. We can do it with a webhook and we can do this and we can do that." And I'm not, they might even be on a call somewhere, but recorded, looking at 2K, right, to set this up for people. And I've managed to do it for free. And for the follow up, you need a HBA thing. Sorry, you need a HBA account, $35 a month, right? But that's free. That's in profit with 2 referrals, right? Pays 80% commissions. So I'm not charging the 2K setup, guys. You can have it, right? If you're with us in Exodus or HBA, you're one of our team. You can have this because we want you to do well, right? So
and I just to close this out, Paul, I just want to remind everybody it is April 6th, 2026, and Paul and I are still talking about two programs that we are focused on this year, HBA and Exodus. Why? $35 side hustle. You can get in for as little as $35, get plugged into what we're doing. We can get anybody started. Anybody can afford that. And we can get you started. We can get you learning. We can get you, marketing. We can take you from average to above average so you can start generating some results if you don't have a big bank account or that sort of thing. If you're somebody that also says, hey, listen, I want to make those $500,000, $2,000 instant commissions. It's no harder to promote that deal than it is HBA. I'm going to be honest with you, right? People think, oh, it's a higher ticket deal. It's harder to sell. Well, first of all, we don't sell. We have a sales team. But secondly, no, it's not. I try to tell this people constantly, no, it's not. Sometimes it's easier, right? To sell a mid ticket or higher ticket than a $35 program. We've run into that, so we're not just telling you that; it's the truth. This really happens. So we have both of those in place because we feel like going into this year, our thing was this. There are with AI and everything. There's just it's now we're back every week. There's a new hot company. There's a new hot angle. There's a new hot we're doing this, we're doing that, yada yada yada, and it's exciting and all. I'm going to plug in and maybe you get some results the first week or two because people are falling underneath you in something. But after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, you realize I have no list. I have no one to talk to about this. It's not just growing for me anymore. It becomes stagnant and goes away. And guess what happens? 2 weeks later, these same leaders that are pumped you up about that deal, they're pumping you up about the next big one that's coming in. And you're saying, all right, well, I only spent, $50 on that one. I'll go spend my $25 on this one. I'll go spend my $75 on this one. I'll jump in with this one for $100. And guys, what ends up happening is, and you know what, I can say all this because I speak from experience. When I got started, I jumped in around a bunch of things, right? Even last year, Paul and I bit on the AI thing, and we thought, well, we could manage, multiple different things at once, and how many income streams can we add, and all this sort of stuff. And the fact is, okay, the facts are the facts. You got to get dialed in. It's just like the TikTok strategy. The guy reminded me. He goes, look, you got to have a niche. You got to be dialed in. And you got to focus on that one thing because you're educating your audience, you're educating the algorithm that this is who you are, this is what you do. And so when people know that, guess what? It may be a similar, I could say the same video, I could do the same video, 10 videos a day, the same exact videos. What is that over the course? What is that, 300 videos in a month, Paul? Or what was that? Yeah, 30 times 10.
10 a day,
So 300 videos a month for the next 12 months, the exact same videos. And somebody in month 11 could see my 1000th video that's the same one and go, don't know who I am, don't know, and then look back and say, oh, Eric, this is what Eric does. It's Eric's like if I want to help someone with insurance, I'm an insurance agent, and I go check out Eric the insurance agent, and I'm hustling. Oh, I can do your travel. I'm doing this side deal. I've got this. Oh, but I hit you with insurance as well. They maybe go, maybe I'll go with the insurance guy. So anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent here to tell you guys that for us, and you may not be ready for this yet, but for us, we like stability. We like companies that aren't going to go away, that aren't going to change their comp plans, that aren't going to suddenly add a new weird product that totally screws the whole thing up. Like, oh, I thought this was a trading community, and now all of a sudden we're selling, perfume. Yeah, it's just like it doesn't make sense. So we want everything to be super streamlined, stable, and we want it turnkey because we know even though we show everybody shoulder to shoulder, we do everything we can to help people. We know that most people, and especially in our target audience, our avatar, they do like as much done for them as possible, right? They do like that's just what they like, right? And I like it too. I like it too. I mean, I love our systems because I don't even know, Paul, what's happening in the back. I don't know. We know we have emails going out, but the system, I don't know what the system is always doing in the background. It's sending emails out for me. Somebody might see our webpage and call into the office to answer questions, and a sales team might close a deal. I don't have to think about those things, right? And so anyway, I just wanted to share that because it feels like it's a week and a half ago there was a huge deal going out, I saw it pretty much every day for a week, and I woke up this morning, I haven't seen anything about it, and so, but you're going to continue to hear about HBA from us, and you're going to continue to hear about Exodus because they're both solid programs. They both work. And it's funny, Paul, and I'll leave it at this. I'm seeing some old marketers like us that were in Exodus and in the past, and I'm seeing them starting to realize like, oh, okay, and they're pushing it a lot more, right? Same with HBA because these companies are adapting with AI and doing everything. But what they have going for them is stability. They have leadership. They have a track record, right? And that's what you want, right? Unless you just want to chase. And Paul and I will not chase anymore.
Well,
Hot deals, like it's just not going to happen.
me and Eric, we've both been doing this a long time, and in the last 10 years, I did really well with IM Academy. Come to court, he's gone now, unfortunately, because he went corporate, and that's when they started introducing travel and beauty creams, rather than just focusing on the trading. But that was the only company I'd ever known where people left and came back. Right, that was the only one. They'd go off and try something else that promised better, never worked out, and they would come back to IM. That was the only company until HBA and now Exodus as well. We're seeing people come back. I don't know whether we're trendsetters, dude, but it's like people leave, realize that there's nothing better, realize that HBA can help you build any freaking business, right? So we talk about hybrid affiliate marketing system. I thought the other night actually we should call it maybe a tribrid or something because it's HBA for recurring, it's Exodus for your nice chunk of change, and then it's whatever business you're promoting, use HBA to help you promote that. It's got an auto inviter, it's got an auto responder built in now as well, it's got all the train, so really it's like a three-pronged approach: recurring, mid ticket up to 2K commissions, plus whatever you're promoting, and then you can do your weird deals. There's one guy we both know, he's probably promoted 4 different things since January. We're not even 4 months into the year. Oh wait, we're in the fourth month. Sorry, we're in the fourth month. He's already probably promoted 4 deals since January, and we weren't that
And
bad
and
even
and,
last year.
and here's the thing, guys. That's if you're an affiliate marketer, that's fine. I mean, we're in affiliate products, that's fine. But what's not pointed out is most of the time, you know, they have established lists. So our thing, Paul and I, to you guys is like you have to establish a list. You start to build an audience, and it's easier to do that when you're focused on something and not kind of spread thin because you don't have a large enough audience to go out and start building 5 different things or introducing 5 different things. You can do whatever you want. We're just telling you after years being in the business, are we do we put ourselves up there as the top expert? No, but we're just straight up and honest with you because we're regular dudes. We're not like, I mean, we both, Paul sold blinds and I sold office
Amazing.
equipment. I mean, we were not, and people call us internet marketers. I always crack up and I've been doing it for a long time. I still don't resonate with that. Oh, if somebody will mess with me, oh, you're like a guy I've been watching for years. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, like, cool. Like, I'm a really simple guy. And being a simple guy, I fell for all. That's why I don't judge people because I fell for everything being a simple dude, right? Because I'm like, oh man, and something. Paul used to come to Paul. Paul used to check me a lot. Actually, to be honest with you guys, got come up, Paul, man, I got this hookup, I got this connect, I know this guy, and I got the in on this deal, and blah 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 blah, and it da 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 da, and it would be like. Paul would be like, well, yeah, let me think. He'd be nice about it. Let me think about it, Eric. Let me look. Let me run it. He'd come back, run the comp plan through AI, and he goes, yeah, do you really want to bring in like 70 customers to get the same, I don't know, commission we get over here for like 7? And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, scratch that one off the
I
list,
take
Paul.
a breath. That's the difference. I'm not being nice. I legitimately go, okay, well let's have a look. And a lot of you Warrior Plus products, guys, that sell for $17 that promise, but 3 clicks and you make $517 a day. Just go and run them through AI, and AI use Perplexity, and it will tell you what's real, what's not, what's an outright lie, and what's hyped. And, there's an element of truth in this, but it's very unlikely that this will ever work because, and it will tell you, and it's
Right.
amazing the stuff that's out there. that sound so good and they're meant to get you emotional and your heart racing to go, where's my credit card? I need to buy it. That's what they're good at. That's their job. It's right. Just like scam artists. People feel bad when they get scammed. Got to remember that's their job, right? They get very good at their job, just like somebody's good at selling houses or blinds or office equipment. They're good at doing it because they get a lot
Well,
of practice. They research,
Paul,
they think.
and not to put anyone on blast out here, but I mean, I know guys out here that their whole business model is to launch things to get people to buy into something, and they have no plan to grow something long term. It's a short term, 3 to 6 month money grab. I mean, I've been on calls with people that have put these types of systems together, really say it on the call because and I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want anything to do with this. But this has been happening. This isn't like just something that came up last year with AI. This has been happening with online marketing for years, right? So, that's why Paul and I always say to people when they say, oh, this is a brand new deal, it's the hottest thing, get in now. And timing, people talk timing, and timing in certain scenarios is very important. But at the end of the day, it's like I always say to myself, well, if this is such an amazing system, then I should look up a year from now, 2 years from now, and we should be talking about this system if it's so good. You know what I mean? And I promise you, I've seen a lot of deals, and Paul has. And if I had a list of all of them and we started searching them right now, I would guarantee you probably 80, 90% of them are either stagnant or they're gone. They're stagnant or they're gone. So is it sexy to say, "Oh, I haven't"? Well, but you guys don't. Exodus Elite, that's been around 11 years. Like it's probably saturated. Like, oh,
Yeah,
really? Because like, so you're telling me if we have a total of like I don't know how many customers Exodus Elite has. Let's just say 5,000, right? So you're telling me that in a world of billions of people, that there are only 5,000 people in this, that it's saturated? Are you ridiculous? Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's crazy. It's the same thing with HBA. Oh, it's HBA. No, it may be saturated in your little world, small little universe that you live in, and a couple of Facebook groups you're in. But HBA is a global deal. It could potentially put in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, right? So, no, no, we have the best of both worlds. We have an established company, and we have an enormous room for growth with both opportunities. So anyway, you learn this stuff as you go. That's all I got, Paul. I know you gotta
yeah.
go
I
do
got
some
to get
stuff.
going, so I'll get this out. And right, were you off to explore Colombia today, or are you staying in?
Today's a work day, man. I want to be cranking out content
We're
and
fired up at the
busting.
minute, guys. We've been working really hard getting this infrastructure in place, and we got the best. It probably is the best we've ever done. Giving up the AI, it's crazy. We use AI every day, but giving it up in terms of what, if you want leads, you can use all this AI stuff and try and generate leads, or you can just get 5 leads a day coming into your inbox. What would you rather do? Oh, well, well, I don't think I want to pay. So can you tell me how to do shorts? Yeah. So go to Grok. What's Grok? Okay, when you got to pay for Grok now, and Sora's going and all that. So, we're just making it easy, easy, easy. Anybody can do this. Right, guys. We're out of here.
Bye, guys.